got your first win as a coach behind the NHL. So just how does that feel for you?
Well, it's nice not seeing zero for your point total. So in terms of for the group, they've invested a lot over the last 3 weeks. A lot of firsts. We had Krys get his first, Edgar get his first hat trick, Yermolenko with his first win. Our coaching staff, first experience of a win, and Frank as well. So there's a lot of firsts here, but again, it's hit the ground on Tuesday and give the group a well-deserved day off, and we start investing again come next week. So.
Anytime you give up one goal towards the end of the game, you're going to have a good game. What did you like about what you saw?
Team effort. I think layers coming back, tracking, reloading. The want to block shots, the want to get in shooting lanes, everybody making the right choices.
Yeah, I mean, and you're missing all those guys, and I know you can't use it for games, but it isn't a factor. How important is it to have a team game when you're missing all those guys that can score out there?
You know what? I think even if they're here or not, I think you have to have everybody pulling in the same direction. So if they're back, if they're not, in terms of next weekend, we have the same effort, the same mindset.
Sure. You mentioned Edgar. Wow, what a nice effort for him. What do you see in him as a rookie coming in with? It's a big jump to come up with.
You know what? He does a great job moving his feet. I think a lot of his impact was his ability to those RPMs we call it, revolutions per minute. Or different. He showed it on the ice and again was rewarded. In this game here, nothing's going to come to you. He created a lot on his own. Created a lot with his feet, and again, pucks end up in the net. So I think it's a great lesson for everyone and all of our players that continue moving your feet, working, having that mindset and foundation. You're going to be rewarded.
Sure. And one other thing, your goaltender almost had a shutout there.
Yeah.
He looked so calm in there. How happy are you for him? Because he did not look like a guy who just got here a couple days.
Yeah, I think over a 23-hour flight coming from overseas.
Wow.
And I when I was a development coach, that time zone change takes a little bit to get used to. So it was nice for him to kind of get adapted, and then again, a great effort. I always come back to the work component. He was fantastic, and again,
you were saying it's nice not to see a zero. But it would have been nice for him to get the shutout, considering he had it so late.
Yeah.
And when did the team start rooting for him? Because obviously you don't say the S word.
No. I always say this. There's no painting that's perfect. So I think the effort is the big thing for him. The 2 points for the team is a big thing for him. So I think you can't control that last element. We'll go over video and correct maybe the route that should have been taken. But for him, I think he's just happy for the group.
So certainly nice, great rebound from Friday night.
Yeah.
What was the message after that game?
You move on. I always say you learn more through challenge, failure than you do success. So we went back to the drawing board. Again, you watch video, you put the work into practice. You refine your systems, you refine your own skills in terms of players and coaches, and again prepare for tonight. And again, no different than this. We'll move on from this. It was a success. And we'll look back and look at the things we need to improve and start approaching the preparation for next weekend.
Okay, thanks. The power play stats aren't going to show the whole story, Coach, because at the time you scored 2 timely goals there to go 2 for 3 on the power play to go up 3-0. Just how important was that 4-minute power play for you to get those 2 goals and really go up by 3 goals there as a momentum swing in the game?
Yeah, I think special teams are huge. If you can win the special teams battle, I think you're putting yourself in a great situation to achieve success. And our PK's been clipping along at a real good rate, and we made some adjustments on the power play, so it was nice to see the group get rewarded.
Frolov and Reed coming back in, not an easy thing after being with another team for all of training camp and then coming in here, starting their first game on Friday and then coming back home. How did you think those 2 players were? Obviously, Frolov played for the IceDogs, Reed drafted by the IceDogs. A little bit of a reunion for those guys.
Yeah, I think this week's been a little bit of information overload for them. So, but again, Frolov did a great job. With puck possession, puck management, puck execution, and Reed brings a great speed, work, character, compete element to us. He's a workhorse.
And then on Cole Cooks, he looked like the first couple of shifts was trying to get a little bit adjusted to the speed and the level of this game coming over from the BCHL. How do you think he got as the game went on, got that lucky bounce for his first goal,
Yep.
and then taking some momentum from that as he continues to learn how it's like to play at this level.
He keeps scoring. So again, you know, if Bucks are going in the net, you're probably doing something right. So again, he's got great speed, competes all over the ice, plays a 200-foot game, and again, you're rewarded when you do great things.
And then last question, you've got a few long road trips coming up the next 2 weeks. How good is that for a group that has a lot of new players and still trying to get to know each other, the camaraderie and learning each other off the ice? How do you think that it's important to have a couple long road trips start the year?
Yeah, it'd be good to spend some quality time in buses and hotels, and I'm sure a couple roommates will be tired of each other by the end of the road trips, but I know it's all fun.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.